So today is our cardio day. And if you're like me with ADHD, I personally hate doing cardio in the gym. Being on a treadmill, on a bike for 45 minutes, it's just way too boring, nothing to see. So my favorite spot to get some cardio in is nature. So I'm hitting the hike. I generally hike about once a week anyways, but now I'm incorporating it into my actual fitness schedule. Today we're in beautiful Corona, California, and we're following the Santa Ana River Trail, one of my favorite locations to come hike. So this is going to be a collaboration video with my other channel, Black You Wild, my outdoor channel, where I shoot outdoor content and outdoor adventures. And if you're from the Black You Wild channel, this is my new fitness channel, which is called Black to Fitness. So I hope you guys enjoy today's little workout. My goal is to make it to the Bicentennial Dam, also known as the Prado Dam. This is going to be my little vlog, or what do you call it? Yeah, I guess a vlog or a podcast series. Me hiking to different locations for my workout specifically. And I'll show you guys the scene. I'll try to put in some information about how long this hike was, as well as how many calories and things along that line. How you doing? The path that we're currently on is pretty well maintained. Nice little sandy trail. They have been doing a lot of construction here, which is unfortunate, but I guess it's necessary. It's been a crazy couple months for me. I've been kind of putting off what I'm getting ready to talk about, because I wasn't ready to make it official or to actualize it. But unfortunately, I am going through a divorce, or we agreed to move forward with the divorce. So that'll be my next adventure. Been married for about 17 years. All right, let me see. 17, let's see. No, I've been married for 20 years now. I got married at 23. I'll be 43 in July. We actually did a trial separation during COVID, but we have 2 small children together, and we decided to give it one more shot. We made it about 3 years, which is good. It allowed my youngest son to grow up a little bit. I got to be in the house with both of my boys, with both their parents, for 3 years longer. But I think it's official. A little bit of shame involved in that. I didn't think I would be one of those stats that you see about the marriage rates falling, but I am. So my stress the last few months have been crazy high. My sleep has been crazy because of my ADHD, autism, or whatever you want to call it. I don't normally sleep well anyways, but at least the last month, I've been getting maybe 1 or 2 hours of continual sleep at night before I wake up in a terror I've been having crazy dreams, just anxiety all the time. I mean, being married for 20 years and sleeping in the same bed with someone, your body and your mind really gets used to that kind of thing. And when we did our trial separation, I guess it was a real separation, of the legal separation, sleeping alone was just not fun. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy sleeping next to somebody, which is a bad thing because that led me to jump into a relationship during that separation. That was a great time, but it was a bad choice. I needed to give myself some time to really grieve the marriage and also just get my mind right. You never really want to jump into something when you're in a bad state, because of course it's not going to go well. So we're back again. I'm getting ready to make the transition, moving out. I gave her the house last time, so we're going to kind of honor that again. Unfortunately, I made some bad decisions when I did the first separation. Kind of hastily had to move out, and wasted a lot of money that if I could do it again, I would definitely choose different options. I tried to move like around the corner so I can be close to the kids, which was a good choice, but it was way too expensive. And it was a rental property, and if I could do it again, I would have spent that money and purchased a house. So now I'm trying to figure out the direction that I want to do. I can't afford to buy in the area where I currently live. I mean, my current house is going for almost 800 grand, and I just can't do that at the moment. Trying to support my oldest son, who works for my company, which is a drain on me. But once I get my mind right, we can do it together. But it's difficult at the moment. So I'm gonna try to find a place within, I'm gonna say 45 minutes of where I currently live. I don't want my kids to have to change schools because of our choices. So I have three sons. My oldest son is 24. He's from a different relationship. And then I have two younger sons. One is in high school. He is 17-ish. Well, 16. And then I have an 11-year-old. The good thing is that my middle son does have a car and he drives. So he's not too dependent upon us. But he is a basketball player and he just made varsity this year. And I'm a pretty active father. So I like to be at, every game. And I like to train them and, be with them as much as I can. So I don't want to move too far. I do own some property in Lytle Creek, which is my all-time favorite location. When I retire, and or when I get through this anxiety, depression state, that's where I'm going to live 100%. So this is the 71. You probably won't be able to hear me through all this noise, but I'll try to edit it out. So right across the way, there's a little homeless encampment. I think it's just one or two guys. I think they're nature guys, and I see them always crossing the river. There's some great fishing in here, all kinds of fish. Beautiful area. So their camp's there. We have all the forest here. And we got some guys net fishing, which is crazy illegal. So I'm gonna go down and then we'll come back up. It's a little too loud here. Maybe coming down will help. Got some ducks down there. So we're gonna follow the river down to the dam. So minus the divorce, if that wasn't happening right now, my life would be out of this world. We got monetized on our outdoor channel, Black You Wild. Have a few videos that popped off, getting good responses from all the locals. I've been doing local activities, local hikes. Had a lot of collabs. Got some cool invitations to do things at places that would cost me a lot of money to go to. I just started my outdoor fitness channel, or my fitness channel, which I'm really passionate about. I think the secret to life, especially in the age of YouTube and social media, is monetizing your hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of options to pull from. So mine is a divorce, which weighs heavily on me. Things will be great. My kids are dominating. Like I said, my oldest son, I'm blessed that he can work with me. He doesn't have to really know a real boss. My middle son goes to high school / college. He's going to be in 11th grade, and when he graduates, he'll graduate with a college degree. He's an excellent basketball player, never been in trouble, and virtually a straight A student. My youngest son, he's very similar to me. He loves the outdoors. He's a mini me. He's my heart. It's a tough video to make. But I think making it will make it real for me. Maybe I'll go back up now. But yeah, this is a tough one. I always told myself that I would never let it get so bad to where I would have to be out of my own house and separate it from my kids. I think my greatest sadness in myself is that I grew up without a father. And knowing what that did to me, I didn't want to put that up on my sons. So I don't know if it's shame or just being the kind of person that has the perspective of knowing the benefit of having your father around every single day, or the detriment of knowing not having him around. I know they're all strong and they're gonna still do well, but doing well and being at its best are two different things. Mainly from my youngest son, because like I was saying, he is very much like me. Although he doesn't wanna, he hates it when I say it, but he is on the spectrum like myself, ADHD or autistic. No, probably just ADHD, but very much like me. And I think he needs me. I need him as well. So let me not even pretend like it's not for selfish reasons. He keeps me young, keeps me happy, keeps me vibrant. And because of how I grew up without a father, living in the hood, the ghetto, and being poor, being around gangsters and killers, I've always grown up with a sense of, I don't know, you can call it anxiety, but anxiety would be the wrong word. It's more so I understand danger and I understand how to avoid and how to spot danger, which in a sense caused me to have a high sense of anxiety. And I don't know if I've passed that to him through epigenetics or just how I live my life. But he, like I said, is very similar. Very, very brilliant, like myself. Check it out. We're almost there. So I definitely want to try to find a spot that's close enough to where I can see him every day. Unfortunately, my son is only 16 and he can't drive with a minor in the car just yet. So when he's at that age, I believe it's 17 and a half or 17, and allowed to bring his brother, then it'll be easier on us. And again, easier on myself because I want to see him every day. But I've made it through worse, and I will 100% make it through this. It's just going to be rocky. But I am the kind of person who loves a challenge. I love difficulty, and this is going to be my greatest challenge of all. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to start a new YouTube channel call it Starting Over at 40, because that's what I'm gonna have to do. Got some cool turkey vultures flying around. Look at that. So that is the Prado Dam. Hey there, buddy. Look at him just hover. It's crazy. I think if I had gotten married at an older age, I would have fared off a bit more, a bit better and faster. But getting married so young and kind of having to, I don't know, I've never really lived by myself or did things by myself. That's the biggest thing that I'm worried about. Not so much, it's just the comfortability of having somebody there to do the things that I hate. For example, I'm autistic / ADHD, and I am slightly dyslexic. Reading kind of gives me a headache / just, it drives me crazy. Look at these birds, man. They're flying hella close. And so I've never been like a numbers person. My ex-wife normally took care of like spreadsheets and making sure that our bills were paid on time and doing our monthly budgets. I've just been I've been the typical man. I take care of the housework, the fixing of things, the cars, the lawn, the man stuff. the discipline, the event planner, the big decision maker. She's been the bookkeeper, the numbers, the housekeeper, the usual feminine stuff. Although the 6 months or whatever it was that I was separated, I was all those things. Although I wasn't the man stuff because I was living in an apartment, so I couldn't really like fix my cars or cut the grass or repair whatever. We had handyman for that. I was the one doing the bookkeeping, doing the things that she would normally do. That's it right there. And honestly, I enjoyed that part for those 6 months. I got to learn how to do those things in which I never did while I was married. And that honestly was a great experience. But then we got back together and all of what I learned during those time periods, I pretty much got rid of and, left my mind. All those skills that I had, all the bookkeeping, all the bill paying, I relinquished it back to her. So I'm gonna have to relearn all those things again. Like most of my ADHD friends, I take in so much information on a daily basis, so many hobbies, so many things that I learn, is that I can't store all the unnecessary things. And at this point in my life, having her around, those things were unnecessary. So I have to learn those all over again. So we're here. It took us about, I'm going to say 15 minutes of walking, plus the walk over from the car where I parked. We'll make that another 5 minutes. So 20 minutes total. Beautiful location. I know I'm kind of all over the place. But this is the Bicentennial mural. Looks like they have recently painted it. So I'm gonna go up to the top, up there, do a little overview, and then we'll head back. I kind of wanted to come here, get my hike in, get my cardio in, but also clear my head. I know all my ADHD friends would understand this, but movement and walking gets me in that flow state where I'm not overthinking so much. That's probably why I enjoy the outdoors so much. It's the only time where I can really not be overly in my head and just staying on that mission of getting to my destination. Truly is a beautiful day, man. Look at these. Look at these turkey vultures. It's a whole family of them. It's about 10. What are some ways that have helped you guys get through your divorce or long-term relationship? This is all new to me for the most part. Like I said, I've been married for 20 years. In one brief separation, which didn't really count because we were still seeing one another off and on during that 5 or 6 month period. But I think this time, this is the one. And you know what? I could have seen this coming a long time ago. But I think we made the great choice of at least pretending to be happy for, 10 years or so. I think both of us knew it was over a long time ago, or it was a bad choice to begin with. But we have kids, and we chose to make them. So at the very least, we did a great job of doing our best to pretend like we're happy. I appreciate you guys watching my little healing hike, clearing my head and telling the truth. It's been hard with my outdoor channel. So many people have been commenting of how great of a dad I am and how, all these positive things. And sometimes it hurts. I'm like, I'm just a regular dude, man. A regular guy trying to make it just like you guys. I'm just not scared to show you guys my life. But I have been scared a little bit of showing you the divorce part. Everything else, it doesn't matter to me. I think I'm a great father. I think I'm a great friend. I think I'm a great, almost everything. I'm a great business owner. If you do need pest control, I own a pest control company. We are 5-star in the Corona, Riverside area. Bryant Pest Management. Talk to your boy. But the one thing that I can say that I've been bad at for a number of reasons is a husband. At least bad to my own standards. I've been selfish. We both have been selfish. But speaking for myself, I've been selfish. I've done things that I knew were wrong, regardless of what led to me doing those things. I generally don't say things. The one thing that I can say that I don't necessarily do as a bad husband is I don't intentionally say things to hurt my wife or my ex-wife. But again, I am autistic, so I'm pretty blunt. And sometimes the way I say things can come off the wrong way. But as I'm gotten older, and especially after I got diagnosed in my 30s, I learned to manage that, as hard as it may be, and all my autistic friends will understand it. Being blunt can sometimes cause serious problems in friendships, relationships, hell, even in your family. Even when you don't intend it to cause issues. So over that way is the Prado area. That's the Prado Dam. There's some great fishing and a large body of water down there. I'm gonna go a little further only because I'm in the zone. It's weird. Whenever I start hiking, I really don't want to stop. I think on the next video, I'll give you guys some backstory about how I grew up, where I came from. That way you'll understand me better. And you don't think that I'm just a crazy old man. Yeah, but it is a beautiful day today. I quit smoking a couple months ago, smoking the devil's lettuce and tobacco products all together. How you doing? So we quit that a few months ago. And to be honest, that caused the majority of my problems in my life. Originally, when I first started smoking, it was the best thing. It put me in a different state where I could have a good perspective. But then it became an addiction. And that addiction led to other addictions. And more importantly, it made me lazy. I lost a lot of money in my business because I was smoking weed, hanging out with my friends, my smoking friends. But to be fair, marijuana is a common solution to autistic people slash ADHD. I think it does actually work if you can do it in a moderation type of way. And I think research shows that. But the downside of having ADHD is that you generally are, you're all in. And I was all in. I didn't even start smoking anything until my late 20s, maybe. Late 20s, early. I mean, I might have like tried it a few times in my 20s. I think I didn't start actually smoking on a regular basis until my 30s. I actually quit. So I smoked for like 4 or 5 years in my 30s. Then COVID happened. I went through my separation, and that was like the marijuana was a big problem. So I quit that for a year or two. And then I went to a party, or not a party, but an event, a fighting event. I'm a nerd. I do sword fighting. And I started there, and then I got addicted again. So I got overconfident. I was like, yeah, just this one time. It's gonna be windy. Just this one time, and of course that one time led to every day, all day. I probably lost easily on an easy number, probably 50 grand a year because of smoking. From either a lack of answering the phones or rescheduling customers, and just not taking business. Horrible. But to be clear, I've always done an excellent job at any job that I took. So, but yeah, it really hurt my business, and I'm ashamed to say it. Shame, lost so much money. Ugh, disgusts me. But I'm back. Your boy's back. I'm never smoking again. I've never really had a problem with drinking. I've always known it was a bad thing. I did have like a brief, maybe, I don't know, 6 months to a year when I was being a poser. And I was like, hey, let me be a connoisseur of, brandy and whiskey and all that stuff. But that wasn't me. I also had a stint when I was going through my divorce of being the flashy, like CEO type. I was dressing all fancy, and I bought a BMW. It was a fun time, but it was just not me. Not me at all. I am a 4x4 in the mud kind of vehicle guy. And even when I bought it, I was feeling disgusting. It did get the girls. It did get the ladies. But I sold it and got my pickup truck. And man, I feel so much better with that thing. Man, it is really windy down here, and I'm sure audio's going to suck. But yeah, being a poser or being somebody who you're not, even when it benefits you, it's never really a good thing. I mean, during that time when I was being that kind of person, it was actually during the time when I wasn't smoking. So I was in the right train of thought. But I just wasn't myself. I was like going to nightclubs, going to bars, like being flashy. And I've never been a flashy person. I've been a hiking shoes, a jean, and a hat kind of person. That's who I am. I want to be ready at a moment's notice to where I see a trail, I can pull over and hike it. Or see a body of water and have my pole ready right in the back seat. That's who I am. That's when I'm at my happiest. You know what the real shame is that I'm going through this divorce right as I truly found myself, which it's kind of sad. Like I said, I stopped smoking even before the consideration of divorce was happening. I quit smoking. I'm back. I was kind of semi-retired. I was letting my son kind of do all the work for the business, and I was doing the back end. But now I'm back in the field, trying to reestablish the brand. Beautiful, beautiful day. That's the dam here. Man, it's so windy. Over in that area, there's a cool little bridge where I set up my hammock like a few years back when I was hiking almost every day, when I was going through my serious bout of depression. And I chilled there. It was one of the most relaxing experiences I ever had, and probably one of the most enjoyable experiences of my life, or time periods. I had a bunch of friends who lived in the area. We used to hike, like I said, almost every day together. But in actuality, it was one of my selfish times of the year, of my life. So it was good for me, but bad for my family life. I was gone a lot. Just being selfish. Maybe, rightly so for what I was going through at the time. But it was wrong. For that, I apologize to my kids and to my ex-wife. I'm gonna head back now. It's a little too windy to kind of vlog down here. I think I might just upload this whole thing without doing any edits, and we'll see how it does. I think when you hit 40, I think that's when most people start to realize being authentically you is the way to go. That's why a lot of men, when they get older, they're called grumpy. Grumpy old men. I don't think it's a matter of grumpy, it's a matter of not being fake anymore. Not pretending to be in the game when the game they actually want to play is the game of being oneself. That's where I'm at. I've tried to live my life that way for the most part. But being in corporate America, being in a religion that you hate, can kind of make you be fake, or it kind of forces you to be fake. But I'm 40 now. I'm in my 40s. You will never see an ounce of fake in me, or as much as possible. I'm going to be authentically me. An artistic, fatherless, ex-ghetto living old man. Wise old man. I think the struggle of being poor, being undiagnosed autistic, has been a net positive for me. The things that I know, the puzzles I can solve, the creativity that one acquires from being poor and then becoming not poor is a blessing. I've actually made videos similar to this like 3 or 4 times, but I erased it because I got scared and or I think I was hoping that I would not get divorced in some strange way. Even though I've been kind of miserable in it. Not even miserable is not the right word. My wife is not a bad person. So I don't want to make it seem like that, but she has some flaws in her that I would choose not to discuss. This is about my flaws. And maybe if the divorce gets sloppy, then maybe I'll consider tell it the full truth. But for now, I'm gonna hold off on doing her dirty. And more importantly, I'm gonna hold off of insulting my kid's mom on YouTube, because that's not good for them. Their mom loves them as much as I love them, so we'll keep it. I'm still nervous about uploading this. I'm getting cold feet, but I got this. The whole lack of sleep thing is not underrated. What they say is true, man. It ages you. And my face, like, not only can I see the difference, like when I look in the mirror, but I can feel it on my face. My face feels heavy. The stress definitely is getting to me. I don't know where this adventure is going to take me, but I do know for sure I'm going to get through it. I appreciate you guys for watching, and until next episode, get trekking.